All right, we usually don't do review videos for quizzes, but we'll do a quick review for the quiz that's coming up tomorrow on solving rational equations. Um, you have one problem on your quiz that tells you to look at the graph and figure out what the solutions are. This is the same thing that we've done numerous times before with quadratics, with linear equations. The solutions to our graph are where our graph crosses our x-axis. So for this one, we have two solutions, and our two solutions are -2 and -1. Those are the solutions to that particular function. You'll be given a picture just like this and asked to identify where it crosses the x-axis. So hopefully that one won't give you any difficulty on your quiz tomorrow. Now we have a problem here where we have one fraction equal to one fraction. And remember we said that we could solve this one easily. I'm first going to identify my common denominator, which is 5x. Then I'm going to also identify my excluded value. I'll put the S in parentheses because sometimes we only have one, sometimes we have more than one. We simply take our common denominator and we say that it cannot equal 0. Divide by 5, so x cannot equal 0. That's our excluded value. When we have one fraction equals another fraction, remember we said we could solve this one easily by cross multiplying. So if we cross multiply this one, we have 5x times x plus 1 is equal to 6 times x. If I use my distributive property, excuse me, I get 5x squared plus 5x is equal to 6x. If I subtract 6x from both sides, because I'm trying to get my variables all on one side because it has a quantity that is squared, so it's a quadratic equation. So we have 5x squared minus x is equal to 0. I can take an x out and I have 5x minus 1 left. I take each one of these two factors, set them individually equal to 0, and I solve. So I add 1 to both sides, so I get 5x equals 1. I divide by 5, so x is equal to 1/5. Now, looking at these two, I go back to my excluded values. Look at what I have. X cannot equal 0. That's one of my solutions. So that's not a possible because that is called an extraneous solution now. It will not work if you plug it back in to check it. So the only correct answer that I have for this problem is x is equal to 1/5. For this one, we can't use our cross multiplication because we have two separate fractions that are being either added or subtracted on the same side. So we're going to identify our LCD. I have a quantity, x plus 5, that I have to keep, and I have a 2x. So both of these are my common denominators. To find my excluded values, I set each one of these individually not equal to 0 and solve. So if I divide by 2, I get x is not equal to 0. If I subtract 5, I get x is not equal to -5. So I have two excluded values in this case. Now, I take my whole common denominator and I multiply everything on both sides by it. And one thing that's a little strange, not sure if we've seen one like this, but I do still have to multiply it times 0. Even though it's 0, I still have to multiply it. Here, the x plus 5's cancel, so I'm left with 2x times 3, which gives me 6x. Here, just the 2x cancels, and I'm left with 1 times x and 1 times 5, so that gives me x plus 5. Here, anything times 0 just simply gives me 0. Combining my like terms, I get 7x plus 5 equals 0. Solve like we normally do, so I subtract 5 from both sides. 7x is equal to a negative 5, and then I divide by 7, so I get negative 5/7. Neither one of my excluded value is this, so that is my correct answer. Once again, we have one fraction equals one fraction, so we can solve this one by cross multiplying. Before I cross multiply, I do still have to identify my LCD, which is both of these quantities, x minus 6 and x minus 4. From here, I have to identify my excluded values. So I say x minus 6 cannot equal 0, x minus 4 cannot equal 0. Solving for my variables, x cannot equal a positive 6 or a positive 4. If I cross multiply, I have x times x minus 4 equals 1 times x minus 6. I use my distributive property on the left, so I get x squared minus 4x is equal to x minus 6. Again, it's a quadratic, so I'm going to bring everything over. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides first. X squared minus 5x equals a negative 6. Then I add 6 to both sides. I get x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. There's no GCF that I can take out, so I'm going to factor into my two parentheses. Only factors of x squared are x and x. This means that both signs will be the same. That's the only way you can multiply and get a positive answer. So I look over here, so both signs in my parentheses will be negative. What can I multiply to get 6? That when I add those same numbers, I get a negative 5, negative 2, and negative 3. Set each one of these equal to 0. Get your variable by itself. So x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. Neither one of those are part of my excluded values, so I have two solutions for this. Both are the answers. That's all the examples that I have. Remember, do some IXL practice problems, and hopefully that will help refresh your memory. And if by any chance you miss any of them or get any of them wrong, please make sure you look at the explanation as to what you should have done. It will help you. Good luck on your quiz tomorrow.